I'm here with Lincoln Yuetter, college freshman at Holy Cross, formerly of the Bullet School, basketball star. Lincoln, I know you head back out of town tonight, so I really appreciate you taking a couple minutes out of your day. How things been going? How's college?
It's going really well. Yeah, I think I made the right choice, and I found a great mix of academics and athletics, and it's been a great place for me so far.
So let's go back to that a little bit. What were some of the factors that you were looking for when you're choosing schools? I know you were highly recruited. You were looking at a lot of schools. How'd you finalize on Holy Cross?
Yeah, so when I decided I wanted to play basketball in college, I was looking at a school that would be a great school academically, but also athletically, and I found Holy Cross to fit those requirements the best and had the best opportunity for me to play, and I loved the coaching staff. And it brought everything together, and it's worked out really well so far.
So as a college athlete, has the transition been challenging for you?
It's been smoother than I thought it would be. It's definitely a lot to handle at first, but you have support, and there's a grace period where you get used to it all. And you definitely have to handle academics first, along with the athletics, and figure out how to mix those in with your college life and handle it all. But after a while, you get used to it, and just you get into a routine. It all works out.
So speaking of routines, as an athlete, are there routines that you live by or you swear by right now?
I do. I eat pretty healthy. I don't eat a lot of desserts or super sweet foods. And during my time in school, I'm in the training room a lot, doing a lot of recovery after every practice, protein after all the lifts, and really trying to keep my body as best fueled as it can be to perform. Since we're practicing and playing all day, all week long.
So what does a typical day look like for you?
There's the morning up to about 3 o'clock is all set aside for classes and homework, and then I'll go up to the gym and have about an hour or two that I'll be doing exercises in the training room or treatment, and warming up for practice, and then we'll have about a 2 to 3 hour long practice. Then after practice, we could have a lift, and then we also do recovery after that. So it's a big, about 5 to 6 hour chunk of the day taken out of just being up at the gym. And then you go do homework after. And so the days are busy, but it's good being busy and getting a lot of stuff done.
So in a typical day, how many hours of sleep do you think you're getting?
I'm probably getting about 9. I choose my classes, so I have a 9 o'clock class most days. Getting to bed at a good time, around 11 midnight, because you gotta work ahead to get your homework done when you're playing basketball. So you work through it.
So that's a pretty rigorous day. Do you have any regrets about being a student athlete versus just a normal student on campus?
I don't regret it at all. I like being busy. I've always got friends to be with. If you're ever bored, you go up to the gym, get shots up. You can lift whenever you want, and it's just you meet a lot of people that you wouldn't usually meet if you were just a normal student, and you have a great group of friends right when you go into college, and a support system around you, and really helps out the college experience.
So let's go back in time a couple years. How did we first meet? What first brought you to me?
So I had a hip injury in the summer before my senior year, and I went to orthopedic doctor and specialist and PT, and they told me to take off time, and I did that, and then the hip injury came back, and our Bullish trainer, Darren McClinton, told me, referenced you, and I thought I needed to try something new out, and I went to you, and you fixed me up, and I was able to play my senior year of high school basketball because I went to you to help fix my hip.
So have there been any habits that we've given you that you keep with you to this day?
Yeah, I definitely still do a couple of the exercises for my hip up at college. Even after we do our team lift, I'll do some of those exercises to keep my hip strong, and some techniques to try to help my knees out with rolling and massaging to keep the tendons behind it healthy, and so I've been doing some of those techniques and massages up at college.
So, Lincoln, if you had a chance to talk to a middle school student or maybe a high school freshman, and they're trying to one day be where you are, they want to be a college athlete, what would be your advice to them?
You got to make sacrifices. High school, there's a lot of things you can be doing that aren't directed towards your goal, and you got to sacrifice a lot of time and put into practice and staying on track with your academics to be able to go to a college that meets your standards and that you want to go to, and that will set you up for life. And so putting in a lot of time and effort in your academics and athletics will help you get to wherever you want to be.
So I'm pretty sure that high school training is exactly as intense as college training. Is that correct?
I wouldn't say that. I'd say the consistency and how frequent we were working out and getting practices in and up at the gym. It takes a lot more time than you expect, and you're playing a lot more. There's a lot more demanded of your body, and you gotta keep on top of it. And it's adjustment from high school, but if you're serious about it, you can get through it and get very used to it.
So, like, I have one more question for you. What are your goals after college? How do you see yourself? What's your future look like once you graduate?
So I love sports, and I'd like to use the education that I'm getting at Holy Cross. I'm thinking of maybe looking at economics and the financial side of sports, and somehow, I'm not sure yet, but working whatever my major is into sports in some way, and seeing where that takes me.
Lincoln, I really appreciate your time. I know that you're short on time. I'm glad we got a chance to catch up today, and we're going to be tracking you, and I hope to see you the next time you're back in this area.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.